From up here you can see why the area of this tour deserves its name. The combination of stunning landscapes, rich history and even myths and legends make this the Romantic Rhine. Welcome to another Quazy ride, and in this video we are showing you what is not to miss during a stay in Rüdesheim, the perfect center point of our Romantic Rhine motorcycle tour. And look at this spot where we will take you. Hi, Muriel here, along with Johan, your online companions in unlocking the fun of European road tripping, including some sightseeing tips in a central point. We've composed everything you need to plan your own epic self-guided motorcycle tour, including ebooks filled with information, video guides like this, and of course for the rides, ready-to-ride GPX files. And it's all free because at Quazy Rides we just love to share the fun of road tripping. Welcome to Rüdesheim and the Romantic Rhine motorcycle tour. We're now in the heart of one of Germany's most picturesque regions, where the mighty Rhine winds its way through a landscape dotted with charming villages, steep vineyards and historic castles. And this part of the Rhine is truly something special because it's known as the Upper Middle Rhine Valley and is a heritage UNESCO site. And it's steeped with centuries of history and views like this. Our Romantic Rhine tour is centered around the charming town of Rüdesheim, a perfect base to explore this region with the two amazing rides that we have in this tour. We'll see some beautiful river views and cliffside castles, along with some really nice riding. But before we hit the road, let's dive into our top 6 things to do here in Rüdesheim to make your stay unforgettable. Rüdesheim is a wine lover's paradise, and before you can of course taste those wines all over Rüdesheim, you might want to dive deeper into the local wine history by visiting the wine museum that is housed in the Brömserburg Castle. We were hoping to give you 2 tips in one, but the Brömserburg and therefore the museum are closed for renovation and repairs, so we can only show you from the outside. The Brömserburg was the property of the archbishops of Mainz from the early 10th century until the beginning of the 19th century, and it was inhabited until 1937. And although it's closed, it sure is a pretty sight and gives a nice view on the Rhine and its valley. At the wine museum, when open, you can learn about the region's winemaking history, which dates back to over 1000 years ago. And although our host of the accommodation where we are staying, Ferienwoning am Brunnen, told us that the Vinotheek is still open, he did give us another tip for a Vinotheek. But we will share the link of the Brömserburg and the wine castle in the ebook. Until the reopening of the Brömserburg, the Romantic Winegarten just next to it invites you to enjoy some events with wine, and we were lucky enough that tonight there is something going on. As I said, there are many facilities to taste wine in Rüdesheim, but this Vinotheek was recommended to us as it housed in the former Asbach building, which was Germany's most famous Asbach Uralt brandy, and it's just opposite of Rüdesheim's train station. So here at Vinotheek RheinWeinWelt Rüdesheim, you get your glass when you buy your coins. And it was recommended to us, and she just explained, the owner just explained, that you can get just tasting sips with one coin. And they have different wine houses where you can taste the wines, and of course, if you like them, can buy them as well. If you have the time for something truly unique, don't miss out on Siegfried's mechanical music cabinet. It's right on top of the Drosselgasse, our last stop here in Rüdesheim, and it is situated in the Brömserburg, a former knight's mansion built in the 15th century. And this museum houses the largest collection of self-playing instruments in the world. And they say that over 400 self-playing instruments from 3 centuries await you in a 45-minute musical tour. And of course, the link to the website of Siegfried's mechanical music cabinet is in the ebook. For a bit of adventure, but especially some nice views, we're going to hop on the Seilbahn of Rüdesheim. And this cable car takes us from the town centre up to the Niederwald monument, our next step, gliding over those vineyards that produce the famous Riesling wine here. Dankeschön. Dag. Did you know that in the movie GI Blues, the Elvis Presley took a ride up this Seilbahn in number, where are we? 76, is it coming? Where's Elvis? And at the top you are greeted with these panoramic views of the Rhine River, so a perfect spot to take some pictures and enjoy the views. And if you're not looking into the Seilbahn going up, you can get here by bike as well. From the top of the Seilbahn, it's just a short walk to this Niederwalddenkmal. This towering statue is a tribute to the unification of Germany, built in the 19th century, late 19th century. And this 38-meter statue overlooks the River Rhine and its valley. From here you can definitely take in the full grandeur of the Rhine Valley, and this is a view that will definitely stick with you long after your trip. So don't forget to take pictures, and if you're sharing them on social media, don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag Quazy Rides, because we just love to see you have fun with it. Another tip that we do want to share is taking a boat trip on the River Rhine. And from the Niederwalddenkmal you can even take a short walk and another lift down and take a boat back to Rüdesheim, or there are plenty of other tours on the Rhine. But we prefer to soak in those views from a bike ride, so we have included some of the most amazing views on the River Rhine. But we also have a special round trip that combines Rüdesheim to Valkenburg in the Dutch mountains and Viande in legendary Luxembourg. And that also has some pretty amazing views on the River Rhine. And that's the Curves and Castles round trip, and we will share the link to the playlist. Last but not least, make sure that you visit this Drosselgasse, because this narrow cobblestone street is the beating heart of Rüdesheim. It's filled with lively wine taverns, restaurants and bars, and it is a must-visit spot, especially at night. A stroll through the Drosselgasse is like stepping back in time, with these half-timbered houses and this vibrant atmosphere that makes you feel like you're in a fairy tale. Rüdesheim truly has something to offer for everybody, whether you're looking for some history and culture or just to have a good time. And we really hope that our tips will help you to make the most out of your stay here in Rüdesheim. But remember, this is just the start, because we also have 2 amazing rides in the Romantic Rhine tour. And because we don't just show our rides here on YouTube, but also share them on our website, you can download the ready-to-ride GPX file there. If you are going on the Romantic Rhine tour, we've also done the searching for where to stay in Rüdesheim with perfect parking for your bike for you. And we want to highlight our recommendations in our video where to stay in Rüdesheim, and that will be in the middle of your screen to keep going crazy now. And then, if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well, and then we will see you on our next Quazy Web.